Hi, welcome back to my channel. I have not uploaded a video in a couple weeks, I think. I've had a lot going on with school, so many papers to write. I am so ready to be done. So ready to be done. The semester is coming to an end, which means my undergraduate experience is coming to an end. I'm ready for it to be over. Very busy with that, but I had some time today. I've been filming Instagram reels like all morning and I'm very like frazzled right now. So I thought let's just sit down and like decompress and talk about some books. So today I'm going to be talking about some books that I want to read by the end of the year. I have 8 books, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I have 8 books that I'm going to talk about, but considering there's only a month and a half left of the year, I think that might be a little bit ambitious. I've definitely read 8 books in like 1 month before, but I think my reading stamina is like not as high right now just because of school and everything I have going on, but who knows? You never know. Some of these books are like kind of short, so I think I might be able to get through at least most of them. So the first book that I want to read by the end of the year, and I will because I'm buddy reading it with a friend and she will hold me accountable, is The Final Gambit by Jennifer Lynn Barnes, which is the 3rd book in the Inheritance Games trilogy. I did talk about the Inheritance Games and the Hawthorne Legacy, which is the 2nd book, in other videos, like my previous 2 videos I've uploaded, so I will put those somewhere if you want to go see those thoughts. But yeah, The Final Gambit is just the 3rd one in the series. I'm gonna be honest, after reading the 2nd one, I'm really not too excited about the 3rd one. I just didn't like the 2nd one as much as the 1st one, so I'm not like, yay, 3rd book! I'm just kind of like, okay, let's just see where this is going. Like, let's wrap it up, you know, let's get it over with. So that's it. They're super quick reads though, so it's not like I'm gonna be like banging my head against a wall to finish it. I'm pretty sure I'll get through it in like a couple days. So yes, that is the first one. Another book that I would like to read by the end of the year is Tender is the Flesh by who? Augustina Basterica? Sure. This book has been like all over Book Talk, Bookstagram, whatever, okay? My boyfriend read this. He said it was pretty good. I remember I'd seen this book a few times online and I just thought like the concept seemed cool and the title seemed cool, and I had remembered my boyfriend read this book. And so I asked him one day, I was like, you read Tender is the Flesh, right? And he goes, yes. And then like 6 months later, the exact same situation happened and I asked him the same question again. And I was like, I've asked you this before, haven't I? And he's like, yes, you have. And then I'm pretty sure I asked him again, like a few months further down the line. I don't know, I just kept forgetting. But basically, the only thing I know about this book is I think it's in like some kind of like dystopian society, I guess, where like cannibalism is not only legal, but it's like a normal thing that people do, I think. Like I think like humans are raised as like livestock. So that's weird. But it seems like really, really creepy and strange and like kind of up my alley. I do like things that are weird and make you think about life a little bit. So this seems like it's gonna be something like that. So yeah, pretty excited to read this one. It's not long. See, this is what I'm saying. Some of these books are a little short, so maybe I can get through a lot of them by the end of the year. Another book that I would like to read by the end of the year is American Psycho by, who wrote this? Bret Easton Ellis. King. Okay, so I've never seen this movie, and I don't know what it's about. I really don't. I think he's a serial killer. Is he? Patrick Bateman is handsome. Okay. Well-educated, intelligent. He works by day on Wall Street, earning a fortune to complement the one he was born with. His nights he spends in ways we cannot begin to fathom. He is 26 years old and living his own American dream as a serial killer, I think. I think that's what he does. I don't know. If that's not what he does, that's stupid. I'm like really thinking that's what this is. I'm pretty sure that's what this is about. I'm not gonna Google it though, because I don't care enough. But yeah, I don't know. I want to read it. I've never seen the book, and I'm stubborn, and I like to read books before. Wait, I've never seen the movie. Did I say that? I don't think I did. I've never seen the movie, and I'm stubborn, and I like to read books before I watch movies based off books. So the next few books are books that I've had on my TBR for a few years now, and I think it's time to just read them. So the first one is The Secret History by Donna Tartt. This is like everybody's like poster dark academia book. I can't tell you what it's about though. I just know that that's what people categorize this as, is dark academia. Sure, whatever. I've heard it's good. That's about it. But this one's a little bit longer though. She's a little chunky. Whoa, this book is longer than I thought. This book is over 600 pages. It doesn't look like that. It looks like, this looks like 400 pages. Right? Right? Okay, well, maybe this will happen this year. Maybe it'll just get pushed farther back some more. I don't know. I'd like to read this book just so that I can know what the hype is about. And I can be like, yeah, I read The Secret History. But it's always 600 pages. Like, girl. The next book that I've had on my TBR forever is A Picture of Dorian Gray by Oscar Wilde. Yeah, I've never read this. So sorry. It's actually, I think, kind of ridiculous that I haven't read this by this point. So, yeah. It's just one of those things where it's like, just read it. I don't know why I haven't. I really don't. I have nothing more to say about it. That's it. This is just one that needs to get off the TBR and into the read list because I've had it on my shelf forever. I've wanted to read this book since I was in like middle school. Yeah, I'm 22 now, so I'm not in middle school anymore. It's been a while. It's time. The next one that's been on my TBR 4 years is The Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller. Another one that everyone and their fucking dog has read by now, and I haven't. What a shocker. That's so crazy. That never happens. I read Circe earlier this year. Loved it. Really enjoyed it. I've heard that a lot of people like this one more, actually. So I'm really, really excited to read it. I love a good book cry. And a lot of people, you know, have that good book cry when they read this one. So if I don't cry while reading this book, I'm going to be really upset and disappointed. I want to feel things when I read this book. But then, you know, it worries me because I feel like sometimes when I have really high expectations for books, I read them and, like, my expectations are not met. And then I'm just disappointed. I feel like I have to think that I'm not going to care about it when I go in to read it so that I'll like it more, if that makes sense. I just feel like that happens all the time. Like, someone really likes a book and I have my expectations through the fucking roof and then I read it and then I'm like, wow, this was actually mediocre. Like, I don't know. But, I mean, Circe was really, really good. I really liked Circe, so if it's anything like Circe, I will love it. However, with Circe, I felt like it was really, really slow at times, and it took me a lot longer to finish than I would have liked it to, I think because it was so slow. Like, there were a lot of times while I was reading Circe that I honestly felt like putting the book down and, like, taking a break. Because I'm just like, oh my god, it's too slow, you know? And I feel like I had the book sitting next to me, like, all the time, and I never really felt that urge to pick it up. But then once I did, I was like, okay, yeah, we're into it again, this is good. It's just, it takes that, like, push to, like, open the book and actually start reading. So I'm hoping this doesn't have that. Like, I'm hoping this is, like, a little bit faster, and doesn't have as many, like, dead spots, I guess, in the book is what I felt. But I also feel like Circe had so many, I guess, for lack of a better characterization, I guess, dead spots. Because Circe is, like, alone for a lot of the book on her island. I mean, she'll have, like, at one point she, like, has the other girls come to her island, but, like, she doesn't, like, associate herself with, like, any of them for, like, a while. So, you know, I feel like her solitude was very obvious. Which I think is great. I think that's something that was done well in the book then. But it made the reading experience a little, like, laborious, I guess, at times. But it was still a great read. Loved it. But I am hoping that this lives up to my expectations. And I love it even more. So the next book that I want to read by the end of the year is Normal People by Sally Rooney. I cannot tell you a single thing of what this book is about. This book is literally everywhere, all over the internet. It's all over BookTube. It's all over Book Talk. It's all over Bookstagram. It's literally everywhere. And I haven't read it. And I don't know what it's about. So it's some kind of love story, I guess. The only thing that I know about this book and that I've like observed from other people's reviews and such is that this book has a lot of mixed reviews. I feel like either people love this book, like will take it to their grave, like they are obsessed, or they really don't like it. And that kind of, I don't know, situation intrigues me even more and makes me want to read it, like, so much. I am super picky when it comes to books. I tend to be very, very picky, and I feel like typically with books that people either love or they hate, I end up hating it. So even without reading this, I barely even know what it's about. I have a feeling that I'm not gonna like it. But I'm excited to read it. Watch me love this book. But I'm very excited to read this. I think I'm gonna read this next, actually. Once I finish the book that I'm reading right now, I think I'm gonna read this one. I just really have a feeling that I'm not gonna like this book. I don't know. It's giving me, like, it's giving, like, Live, Laugh, Love. You know what I mean? So the last book that I want to read by the end of the year is one that I'm not really proud of, but I have an excuse. I think Verity by Colleen Hoover. Now, if you saw my It Ends With Us reading vlog or my October wrap-up, you will know that I said in those videos that I don't know if I'll ever read another Colleen Hoover book because I didn't really care for It Ends With Us, and I've heard so many controversial things about her books, and I just don't think they're for me. That being said, my boss loves this book. She told me it's amazing, like it's so good. And every time I see like a review or like somebody reading this book or whatever, they say it's like crazy. Like it's just insane. And I want that. I want to feel like on the edge of my seat, okay? And if Colleen Hoover is going to give that to me, then Colleen Hoover is going to give that to me. I think this will be it though. I have absolutely zero fucking interest in reading any of her other books. Like Ugly Love, November 9, whatever, like, I don't even care. Like, I don't care. Like, I think this book is, like, her, like, R-rated shit or something. Like, I don't know. I really don't know. Whatever it is, I'm ready for it. And then after I read this one, I'll be done. I can promise you. Unless somebody, like, really, really, really convinces me and gives a good reason, you know, like, really persuades me to read anything else written by this woman, this will be my last Colleen Hoover book. That's all I'm gonna say. So those were some books that I want to read by the end of the year. Like I said, might be a little ambitious. I don't really know how much I will realistically be able to get through. And who knows? I might not read any of these because by the time I graduate in like 2 weeks, I might just want to read, you know, something else. I might be in the mood for not American Psycho or Normal People. I don't know. Let me know if you have read any of these books, how you felt about them, how you think I might feel about them. And yeah, that concludes this video. Thank you so much for watching. I will see y'all next time. Bye!